Hi, I'm Andrew with CausIQ. On this video, we're going to take a look at CausIQ's Salesforce integration, which is available with our Pro and Enterprise subscriptions. Our Salesforce integration is an API integration and can be set up for accounts and contacts or leads. The integration also supports full custom field mapping. Our customers use the integration to help create new objects as well as enrich their existing Salesforce objects with CausIQ data. Let's take a quick look on how you link your Salesforce account to CausIQ. I'm in the dashboard here now, and if I access my account settings by clicking on the user icon here on the top right, selecting account settings, if the integration is enabled, I will see a Manage Salesforce Integration link here. If you're not sure if your subscription includes access to CausIQ Salesforce integration, just reach out to your CausIQ representative and we'll get that answer for you. I'm going to click Manage Salesforce Integration. From here, now I just need to click the Link Your Salesforce Account to CausIQ button here. I will then be taken to Salesforce, which is where I'll log in to the Salesforce account that I want to link to CausIQ and finish up the authorization process. Now that we've successfully authenticated the integration and linked CausIQ to our Salesforce instance, let's take a quick look at the settings page and field mapping. If I click my user icon here in the top right now, you'll notice I'll have a direct link to the Salesforce integration settings. Within the settings page, I'll have a brief overview up top, just providing insights on the Salesforce instance that's linked up to CausIQ. I do have a refresh metadata link here. This is important if I create new list views or fields within Salesforce that I want to work with in CausIQ. And then as I scroll down on the settings page, you can see I can toggle between accounts and contacts or leads. CausIQ will provide the automatically mapped fields. And then as I scroll down, I'll have access to my custom fields. Let's use an example. I'm going to take a look at a contact custom field here. Within my Salesforce instance, I have a custom field on the contact level for LinkedIn's. If I select Map Field, I can search the CausIQ corresponding fields. I'm going to choose LinkedIn Profile, and now I can save my settings below. Now let's talk about how we can use CausIQ's Salesforce integration to create new objects directly from CausIQ to the linked Salesforce instance. This process can be done individually and in bulk. Let's first discuss how to do this at the individual level. So to create an account from CausIQ to Salesforce, one at a time, we need to get into a CausIQ organization profile. You can find organizations, specific organizations that is, using the smart search box up top, search for organizations by name or EIN, and then also wherever you see an organization's name linked, you can access their profile. So I'm working with a search of 4 filters in CausIQ's organization search, and I'm going to go ahead and choose one of the results here. Since I'm using the Salesforce integration, at the top right of the profile page, there's a Salesforce button. If I select that button and hit Create Account in Salesforce, CausIQ will give me the green success notification letting me know that the Young Arts organization has been added to Salesforce, as well as the corresponding link to the record directly in my Salesforce instance. If I want to create a contact for the account that I just created, if I scroll down on the profile page and access the Personnel Data tab, you can see here there's now a Salesforce button on the right. And if I want to create a contact for Clive Chang's record, if I click that button, you can see we've successfully added Clive to the linked Salesforce instance. Now let's talk about how we can use CausIQ's Salesforce integration to create new objects in bulk. I'm back in the organization search interface working with the same search of those 4 filters. The search export tool is the feature I need to lean on to create objects in bulk. So I'm going to access the export tool by clicking the export button here. I first need to tell CausIQ what I want to export. The Salesforce integration example that I'm working with today is set up for accounts and contacts. If I keep organization details selected here, I would be just creating accounts in bulk. If I wanted to create accounts and contacts in bulk, I need to choose personnel with organization details. Since I want to push the data directly from CausIQ to the linked Salesforce instance, now I need to tell CausIQ to do that. So I'm going to select the Salesforce option here. I then go through the personnel step telling CosIQ the types of contacts I want to create by position levels and functions, as well as contact information option constraints. I'll then overview my Salesforce settings. Remember, since we've already gone through the field mapping process, there's no need to choose which information I want CosIQ to push over to the linked Salesforce instance, because that's all stored in that Salesforce field mapping page. The confirm step here will overview my selections. And when I'm ready to start the Salesforce export, I just need to click this blue button that says Start Salesforce Export. CosIQ does have built-in deduping with our Salesforce integration, and we will honor any of your internal deduping rules. Once the bulk export directly to Salesforce finishes processing, you will receive a CSV file to the email address linked to the corresponding CosIQ account that summarizes the export. So you'll be provided information on all the new objects that were created, any of them that were deduped, and why they were deduped will also be displayed in that CSV file. Now we're going to talk about how we can use CosIQ Salesforce integration to enrich linked objects. This can be done individually and in bulk. For my dashboard page, I'm going to go ahead here and I'm going to click this Salesforce dashboard link on the left. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to open all the linked accounts in my organization search. You can see CosIQ adds one MySave list filter with the name of a list called Salesforce accounts. The process that I'm going to demonstrate here now is how we can enrich organization records at the individual level. So from this list here, I'm going to choose Motion Picture Association. From their CosIQ profile page, if I go ahead and click the Salesforce button here now, I have a couple of different options, including viewing the account directly in my linked Salesforce instance, updating the account fields, or unlinking it. So what I want to do is click this Update Account Fields. The next page here that's displayed shows which fields differ from CosIQ values and then what's displayed in the mapped corresponding Salesforce values. So from here, I just need to choose which fields I want to update. And then I'll go ahead and click this Update Salesforce Object button. And you can see here, CosIQ provides me the success notification letting me know the account was updated. So that's how you enrich accounts at the individual level using CosIQ Salesforce integration. Let's talk about how we do it in bulk. So I'm going to get back to that same Salesforce dashboard page. And this is where this Load Accounts tab, Match Accounts, and Enrich Accounts tabs come into play. So if I wanted to enrich a specific list of Salesforce accounts, what I would need to do is load that account list view into CosIQ, match up their records, and then go through the enrichment process. So the option here that I've selected is that Load Accounts option. The dropdown now will show all of the list views that are available in my linked Salesforce instance. And I would choose which list view I want to bring in for matching. And then I'd go ahead and load the accounts in for matching. Once they're loaded up, I'd go through a matching process. CosIQ does have a bulk auto match feature here on the right, which will make the matching process pretty seamless. When we go through the matching, depending, of course, on the fields that you've mapped, we can use the organization name, EIN, city, state, zip, and then also a website domain to help identify the corresponding matches between the accounts belonging to the list view that you've uploaded and then the corresponding records in CosIQ. Now, let's go through the Enrich Accounts tab here. So when I'm enriching accounts in bulk, what I need to do is tell CosIQ what I want to enrich. If I want to enrich everything that I've loaded and matched or created using with the Salesforce integration, I'll select all accounts in CosIQ. However, if I just want to enrich a specific account list, right, the accounts belonging to a specific list view that I've loaded and matched, I have that option by selecting accounts in a specific Salesforce account list view. So if I select that option, let's choose this West Coast accounts as an example. You can see here, my list view has 340 records in Salesforce, and then all 340 of them are matched up in CosIQ. And now I need to choose which fields I want to update. And then I tell ClausIQ, how do I want to update the fields? Right, I have an option to only update the fields when the value in Salesforce is blank and missing, or I can overwrite the selected fields with all ClausIQ values, regardless if the field is blank or missing, excuse me. And then the last step here is just to confirm my selections. I'll check it off one more time that it looks good, and then I'll go ahead and start the bulk enrichment process. Once this is done, you'll also get a summary CSV file letting you know everything that has been enriched. I hope you found this video helpful. The CausIQ team can help with anything else. Please don't hesitate to reach out.